Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about 4K quality, 4K discs, 4K movies. I don't collect 4K movies. Throughout the years, throughout the decades actually, I've heard people say, "Oh, I'm not going to get into DVD. I don't need that. Oh, I don't need to get Blu-ray. Who needs that?" And gradually over time, as we all know, we know people, collectors mainly and big movie fans, who did in fact give up their VHS and get DVDs. And then a lot of them even gave up their DVDs and got Blu-rays. Some people went to 4K. Some had laser discs. Well, I gotta say, you hear this a lot from people. I'll say it. I'm done upgrading. Done. Completely done. I'm at an age now where I could say that. If I was 21, 31, maybe I'd say, okay, fine. Let's change everything over to 4K. Ain't happening this time, folks. I love Blu-ray. You know, it's obvious when DVD came out that VHS was very primitive compared to DVD. DVD was a significant leap ahead in quality over VHS. I was there on the launch date in March of 1997. I was sold on DVD when it came out. I knew it was going to be like kind of like what the music CD did for vinyl. I kind of knew that that's what the DVD was going to do for movies. I knew it was going to replace VHS, and it did pretty much. It was a natural, so I went all in right away on the launch. And then when, after some certain amount of years, we got an upgrade to a Blu-ray, yeah, I got into Blu-ray. Now, I have not replaced all my DVDs with Blu-rays, but I'm in the process still, over many years, of upgrading the DVDs that I like, favorites, to Blu-rays. That's a no-brainer. If I love a movie, if I like a movie, I'm going to get the Blu-ray if I can. You know, when Laserdiscs came out, I just thought they were too expensive. I never got into Laserdiscs, the 12-inch Laserdiscs. And I didn't like that you had to flip them over in the middle of a movie, although they did make players, of course, that did that for you. They were automatic play side 1, then automatic play side 2. So, but I just never got into that. Luckily, I didn't go down that rabbit hole, and I have no regrets, and I have no holes in my wallet from the back in the day. So, at the age that I am now, and with the time behind me being more than the time ahead of me, even under the best case circumstances, best health, I just realized I don't need to replace everything. Okay, I think that from what I've heard, 4K is not always a big leap in quality, and I want you to give me your opinions, because I know some people swear by 4K. Some diehards say 4K is a significant improvement over Blu-ray. I've never seen a 4K on a dedicated screen with a dedicated player. I've not ever seen a 4K quality. But I've seen Blu-ray quality, and I know that that is damn good already, high definition. I know it's good. In fact, with Blu-ray, I would say it's almost too good, because with Blu-ray, we see little things like in old TV shows and movies like Star Trek. You can see the makeup on Mr. Spock's ears, where the ears start. You know, maybe you see the lines of the plastic in his ears. Things that we weren't meant to see back in the 1960s on regular TV with, 13-inch sets, 19-inch sets, 20-inch sets. But now with 55-inch TVs, 75-inch, 100-inch TVs, and high definition, you can see everything. You can already see everything when it comes to blue. Why would I want to go enhanced even more with 4K? And where do you draw the line? I mean, stuntmen, when you used to have stuntmen in movies, a lot of times we didn't notice it on TV, that is. The big screen's another story, I guess, but you didn't really notice it on TV. But now you can see everything that you weren't supposed to really tell. It's clear enough, is my point. After 4K, what's next? 8K, 12K, 16K, 100K? My eyes can only see so much. I'm getting to that point. I mean, I'm so okay with where I am now. And some people that have 4K players, like I said, say it's a great improvement. But a lot of 4K player owners and people who love 4K admit that to them, they don't see much of a difference on certain Blu-rays. I guess it comes down to the individual title. Some things are a drastic increase in quality, and some people say there's not much quality change from the Blu-ray. They can hardly note it. So let me show you something here, okay? You know, they were coming out for a while near the end of DVD, and I'm not saying DVD is completely over, but it seems like it's getting close if it's not already. But they used to have combos, right? I would buy a disc, and it would say something like Blu-ray DVD combo. Remember that? You get both the DVD and the Blu-ray. I had no need for the DVD anymore once I bought the Blu-ray. But they're doing that again, and I have two examples here for 4K, and they're doing it now with Blu-ray extra. Like, in other words, in my vast collection of movies, I only own two 4Ks. I don't want 4K. I don't own any player. Not yet anyway, until I'm forced into it. If they force you into it. But I wanted to pick up the newest version here of say, Exorcist 3, right? But Exorcist 3, as you'll notice, it's a 4K disc. And this one here, Halloween Ends, also a 4K disc. I don't have a 4K player, so what am I doing with these 4Ks? Well, because just like they used to offer you Blu-ray plus DVD combo, they offer you here, as you can see, if you look there close, it says 4K Ultra High Def plus Blu-ray, plus the digital code, but plus Blu-ray. So I bought this for the Blu-ray, just like I guess some people who still were clinging on to DVDs bought the Blu-ray DVD combo just for the DVD. But they're still giving you the option on a lot of titles. That's what I'm getting at here. This one here that I showed you, Exorcist 3, this one also touted 4K plus Blu-ray. So I was able to get the Blu-ray again. And when you open it, you have the two discs, 4K, which most people, I guess, these days want, but I'm happy with the Blu-ray. All right? Here's the question. When are they going to stop offering you combo packages to us Blu-ray players? Is 4K going to take over? Has it already taken over? Is it getting to the point where there's not going to be any more 4K / Blu-ray option? That's the only way you're going to see me ever get a 4K player. I'm going to get a 4K player if and only, and I hope it never happens, where there are titles coming out on disc that I want to own, but they're only available in 4K. There's no Blu-ray option. If that ever happens, then I'm stuck. And I'm here to tell you in this video that, my opinion, for me personally, I don't want anything to do with 4K. I don't want to have to be forced into 4K. I don't know what the TVs are going to be in the future, etc., etc. But I got to tell you, I just hope I'm not pigeonholed and strong-armed into anything, because there's going to be movies I might want, and they're only available in 4K in the years to come. Now, when it comes to new movies in 2025, 2026, there's not many new movies I want. There are some. The Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. I'd like to get that. I'd like to own that. That's a modern movie, you know, brand new movie. And some other brand new movies. There was the movie that came out called Companion, which was a science fiction movie this year. I kind of liked it enough that I'd like to own it, like to get it on Blu-ray. If that was only available on 4K, I'd have a problem. I don't know when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen. I welcome your feedback on everything I've said. What do you think of 4K? Are you a believer in 4K that's done with your Blu-rays, ready to retire all your Blu-rays? Are you a person who, like me, says, look, enough is enough? Maybe you're an older person, you know, and you just feel like, look, I've been here, done that. I've had all these formats. I've upgraded. In my case, I had not 16 millimeter. I had 8 millimeter. Remember the 8 millimeter reels? A lot of you don't. Film, actual film. I had 8 millimeter. I had VHS. I had DVD. I had Blu-ray. Finito. Done. I'm out of there.